Today we're at Goodwin Park, home of Olympic FC.
Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, for Lions FC and QAS.
It's a beautiful day at Lions Stadium, and we've got a double header coming your way, starting with this top-of-the-table clash from the NPL women's competition. Hello everyone, I'm James Coughlin here to take you through all the action over the next 2 hours as the reigning treble winners Lions host the QAS live and exclusive on FQTV. Pretty lucky to get these games in today. All the other matches at Richlands were called off, and the first team games were only given the all clear after a late pitch inspection this morning. For Lions, to the surprise of no one, they're off to a perfect start in the league and cup. And a few teams to get a game in last weekend. That was a win over Sunshine Coast Wanderers. Will the machine just keep rolling tonight? Let's check out the team that Rob Askew has put out. The goalkeeper, Ellie Chappell. 2, Chelsea Blissett. 3, Cannon Clough. 5, Maddie Teakle. 6, Tegan Thompson. 7, Beck Kirkup. 10, Tegan Riding. 13, Zara Kruger. 14, Amy Gunston. 16, Ish Norrie. 19, Tiana Karambasis. And then the subs, Scarlett Perimel, 11 Tara O'Keefe, 17 Abby Everts, 18 Georgina Rink, and the reserve goalkeeper is Emily Clark for the QAS. This is their first match in 4 weeks, but they have been able to maintain a regular training schedule despite the weather, and coach Adam Pengelly is promising to go for it today against the competition's benchmark. This is the side that he is going with for the Saturday evening clash. The goalkeeper, Mia Bailey, making her season debut tonight. Number 2, Sophie Wood. 3, Hallie Nielsen. 4, Aaliyah DeVerne. 6, Charlie Gibson. 7, Ella O'Grady. 9, Jonty Fisher. 10, Daisy Brown. 11, Mackenzie Nielsen. 13, Tamar Levin. 17, Shayana Singh. And the substitutes, 8, Margaret Barrett. 12, Holly Bonnerts-Ben. 15, Morgan Stanton. 18, Ellen Gett. And the reserve goalkeeper is number 16, Lauren Verschina. And you can see the sides going through their final huddles. As mentioned, Lions, they actually got to play last Sunday in the round 5 clash, Bribie Island. It was a 4-1 win over Sunshine Coast Wanderers. Amy Gunston with the double. kicking off for the QAS. Their last outing was on the 29th of April, a 2-1 loss against Olympic with Fisher, the goal scorer there. It was a very entertaining match. QAS just sorting themselves out as we prepare for kickoff here at Lions Stadium. It is an NPL doubleheader. If you're watching on FQTV, make sure to stay tuned in afterwards. 7 p.m. kickoff for the men, taking on Palabar. But in the meantime, a pretty good women's clash coming your way. And with a whistle from Connor Evans, Daisy Brown gets us underway for the QAS, and Gunston pouncing on the ball early. Support run by Thompson, and Lions there definitely starting off with a bang. That cross from Thompson is blocked, as is the second one. Gunston, no nonsense challenge. Left-sided duo making their presence felt early. Thompson it off Sophie Wood for the throw-in. Throwing, finding Gunston. She'll square it back to the top of the box. Riding, and what a strike. Tegan riding inside the first minute. Lions, how about that? Throw-in by Thompson, finding Gunston and riding as she's done 11 times prior to that against the QAS. Just puts the ball past Mia Bailey for the first goal of the game. So we are back underway, and see if QAS can get the ball out of their own half. Talking to Adam Pengelly the other day, talking about the importance of getting a fast start on Lions and not showing too much respect to what is the competition benchmark, but the other side is going to have to try and chase it down as Bailey just watches that one bounce in front of her. Restart play with a goal kick, so amazing start for Tegan Riding. She's got 11 goals against the QAS and NTC side. About 12 now. Lions going for the high press early with Kirkup down Nielsen. QAS just really unable to get out of their own end. Mackenzie Nielsen. Should clarify, Hallie and Mackenzie not related. Murray mopping up as a safety net, now sending it back to off Chelsea Blissett. 2020 NPL title winner with Lions, Chelsea Blissett, back in the Sunshine State after a A-League women's stint with Melbourne City. Meantime now it's Kirkup squaring it back, but there to mop up is Singh. Lions off to a very fast start. We spent the bulk of the opening couple of minutes down this end of the pitch. I can assure you, Ellie Chappell is in fact on the field down the other end. In their start to the season have played some excellent football. There's promise in this young side. Average age is about the 17-year-old mark. And certainly testing themselves against the best that this competition has to offer. Touchdown Nielsen able to keep it in. Once again the Lions first to the ball, almost like they've got a touch to their feet. It'll be Blissett to restart the attack. That one goes all the way for Ellie Chappell. In terms of the amount of rain that we have seen at some of these grounds, still a few matches not able to go ahead, but Bailey, she's a long way off her line, and Kirkup from range, and that is going to roll in. Lions. Well, there we go. It was seemingly out of nowhere, Bailey caught in no man's land, and it was Kirkup for her 6th of the season, just getting her head up and with a cool, calm and collected finish. 2-0 to Lions. Let's talk about a statement of intent from the home side. 2 goals to the good. It's the team that went into the weekend as their closest challenger. This is from Lions FC in terms of the rain that we've had. So far, as of May 17, we've had rain on 87 of 137 days in 2022 for 1,465 millimetres, compared to the average annual total of 1,148. So it was no surprise then to see some of these pitches still needing a bit of time to recover. There was a deluge in late February. Here comes a QAS forward. Support now Wood, sending it out wide. So O'Grady, Wood continuing the run and getting the foot around, and a touch by Brown and cleared away eventually by Lions. You can see the sun setting to the right side of the Lions clubhouse. Stephen Riding and Beck Kirkup, goal scorers thus far. You can see a few members of the men's team just taking in the action. Wood and Gunston busy once again. Amy Gunston started with the bit between her teeth. Norrie passing it off. Blissett sizing up her options. Raw captain, Norrie. Pretty solid pickup for a side that did win the treble last year. Forward to go. Dispossessed Kirkup driving forward again. Sees Gunston, but first to react to that, Gibson. Eventually finding its way back to the central defensive pairing of Blissett and Clough. Clough, 4th season now with Lions. Much deserved call up for Gareth McPherson's side. 11 A-League women's appearances. Nielsen with the interception. Wood operating pivot in central midfield. O'Grady brought down by Thompson, and it's a question of the referee, Connor Evans, but decision was final, as you would expect. Ali Nielsen. Lions organised defence, so try and get themselves out of an early hole. Fisher trying to catch the return pass, and heavy enough touch that it was there, but this pass now breaks for Lions. We've got 8.5 minutes played. is riding, pushing forward. Bailey's off her line and scrambling to get back, but touch from riding, cleared away by Fisher. Thompson linking up with Gunston. Gunston just can't keep it in. We haven't had a whole lot of lately in southeast Queensland. Picturesque sunset. It now back for Clough, who's employed as a central defender this season. So being a left and right fullback, and for the Roar also a left winger as that beautiful passing falls to Gunston. She rounds Bailey and she's made it 3. Amy Gunston, this is a clinic from Lions.
Goal for Lions, double number 14. Amy Gunston, Lions 3. QAS nil.
So Amy Gunston in her 4th of the season and closing in on 50 senior goals for Lions now. That's 48 now across the league and cup. It's her first team promotion in 2020. Riding. The Lions are showing no mercy at the moment. And there's Mia Bailey regathering the ball. Bailey, who had 4 starts for the Roar in the A-League Women. Season ended with a bit of an unfortunate injury, which did open the door for Bella Shuttleworth, once of Lions. Moreton Bay for the time being. And Georgie Worth did start the season as the Roar keeper too. Possibly in action a little bit later for Capalaba. I haven't got the team sheets for that just yet. O'Grady trying to get by Thompson, but Thompson just slowing down Daisy Brown enough, so they're forced to check their runs a bit. Harry Nielsen forward. It's my back foot Wood, who, based on early contributions, if something is going to happen, it could be from a move that Sophie Wood starts. Is earmarked as a possible breakout player for QAS. A handful of appearances last year. And in the meantime, QAS now having to go on the defensive once again. Riding is almost falls for Kruger. 11. A whole lot of space by Maddie Teakle. Wood now striding forward and that passing, she's able to pick out O'Grady if she can fashion a bit of space for the cross. Thompson moving her up, and Gunston back for defensive support. Back it goes now for Fisher. Brady. very closely. Thompson not giving a whole lot of room to work with. The hopeful ball in by Fisher. Singh trying to clip it forward. Now falls on the break. What a hit off the bar. Aaliyah DeVerne went close. QAS almost had a way back in as 11 is dispossessed. Kruger just shielding that ball off and now getting it back. Here is the youngster, Zara Kruger. With Gunston full support. And see the ball she was trying to play, but Gunston just not quite making the expected run. It's in part to the obstacle of Jonty Fisher. Coach is playing in the right back role despite winning the Golden Boot for the under-23 side in 2021 with 22 goals. It's an attacking option to have as a fullback if you want one. As Wood. Not anything against Murray, and Kruger just sprays her shot wide. Gibson and Mackenzie Nielsen. For Hallie Nielsen. QAS looking to get their passing combinations together as themselves down to Lions 3-0, but not the last decent chance with Aaliyah DeVerne's snapshot just ricocheting off the bar. And they've got attacking position. Pass can't find the intended target. Kirkup. Flip it forward. Back there to mop up is Gibson, and now back it goes for Bailey. He's looking to forget the opening quarter of an hour of her season. And this is the first full games, League and Cup, with injury and illness, and as we'll keep saying, weather. Advantage for the QAS is they've been training at QSAC over the last 4 weeks, able to keep a fairly regular training schedule thanks to the quote-unquote unbelievable condition that facility has been in, according to Adam Pengelly. So it's full of praise for the fact that they've been able to keep that schedule up and running. This is the first game in 29 days, and went out a little bit on a early game blitz on the lines, and certainly won't be the last side to do that. These sides met last season. It's in the first phase of the competition in round 14. On the 19th of June, it was 8-0 to Lions. Hat-tricks for two players not involved today. Shay Connors, who with RP Leichhardt, and Mariel Hecker, who I'm sure might be tuning in from a trip home to visit family. An own goal. The other players on the score sheet there is can get it through now and couldn't round Chapel. She does. O'Grady with the open net gets one back for the QAS, and boy did they need that. It's Ella O'Grady in the future Matildas camps, and boy, did they need that goal to get themselves back in the match, the QAS.
Goal scorer for QAS, number 7, Ella O'Grady.
Might have a few admirers in the crowd based on that cheer when Sue did the ground announcing at Lions. There we go. So that was the first goal that they've scored in quite a while against QAS. And Gunston. Well, Lions could be woken up a little bit by that. Gunston. It goes for riding. Closely by Ali Nielsen. Now on the ball, and Riding gets called for the foul. In the opening round of the second phase of the NPL women's competition, the 8-0 win wasn't enough. It was 9-0 for Lions Wednesday night. Hat-trick for Riding, Connors with 2, Hecker, Gunston, Ward and Kruger all on the score sheet that night. Yes, get one back. It is a relatively new crop of players under Adam Pengelly and pushing them to play aggressive, attacking football, so you can build on that opportunity. You know what the next 70-odd minutes might hold. In the meantime, off to repel this throw-in from Maddie Teakle. Repel it they do, with QAS just getting a bit more of a foothold in the last 5 minutes. Grady back now for Fisher. Norrie winning it back and happy to ball at their feet lines. Certainly trust their central defensive pairing to make the right passes. Down from Townsville Warriors in North Queensland, formerly of the Gap. Ball through as Hallie Nielsen chasing it down. Can she get away from Teakle? And just enough to find Levin. There's Wood. Some temporary respite for the QAS. Again, Blissett once again starting things up. Spread out wide now is Thompson. So left foot around it, and Gibson with the only real option to just fire it behind for a corner. Got the ball from halfway. Referee today, Connor Evans. The assistants, Vicky Clark and James Sherry. The corner looking to put the pressure on Bailey at the near post. She's able to hold strong and claim that one cleanly and launch it forward, trying to pick out Fisher. Fisher not having a whole lot of joy against Thompson on that occasion. For Wood. There's Tiana Karambasis. Forward now here's Kirkup. It's really played off Nielsen. Run it out. And it's not afraid to play the passes deep in their own end, and Lions will look to make them pay for that as Kirkup just clips it up looking for the head of Gunston. It could now fall. Thompson taking the strike on and just putting it wide of that post. There's Bailey now just looking for football. And it's the danger of Lions when you've got the left back making the run into the box. Just fizzing it by that post. Just over the halfway point now of this first half. It's 3-1 up over the QAS. James Coughlin here with you on FQTV. Starting a very busy Saturday night of football. just in the local game. We've also got the A-League Men's Grand Final kicking off. 7:45 down at Amy Park. Queensland ties in that Victorian contest. Singh over for Wood. And Gunston once again just more tackles than just about anyone on the pitch, which is not something you can usually say about a left winger. The well-rounded player that is Amy Gunston. Easy to understand exactly why Basque has so much faith in the youngster. And it's scuffed clearance by Fisher. Blissett. Basis. And Kirk let that one run well. Here's Tika with the ball and get the bend on that to fall at the feet of Gunston. So instead it is reclaimed by Bailey. Once again with the angled pass for Riding. That was off Gibson, and behind it goes now for another corner. It will be Tegan Riding to take. She got us started in the opening 60 seconds with the goal, and to turn provider for one of her teammates in the box. Plays around Bailey. Is that corner once again going in and around Bailey, and after a bit of a juggle, she's able to bring that one under control. That pass and pressure applied by Levin, but Lyons just spreading it out now through Blissett down to this near touchline. Here's Thompson. Forward it goes for Gunston, but Fisher gets one back. Once again, just trying to lodge it forward, but QAS able to get one back, and here's Wood. Kruger for company, and just rush that pass a little bit, and until it finds its way to Blissett. Well one back in midfield by Shiana Singh. Shiana, I beg your pardon. The veterans of the team, despite being a first-year uni student. And this ball there is Murray in that 50-50 challenge against Gibson, and a rush of blood and a bit too much power on that pass through. One of the best sunsets you do get in NPL competitions here at Richlands, the Golden Line. And if you watch closely enough, you can see the Golden Line in the driveway. Wood able to get a foot to that one, and here go Lions once again. Good full Karambas from range, testing out Bailey. Able to get across well and take that one. No one on the follow-up, so she's happy to roll it out. Mackenzie Nielsen. Gunston, one of the central defenders, was invited to the Junior Matildas camp in Canberra. Murray read that pass like a picture book and was riding, looking to get on the end of the pass, but Bailey off the line quickly. Half an hour played here at Richlands. This is round 6 NPL women's clashes. Last night, Moreton Bay 1-0 over Olympic. If social media doesn't lie to me, we will have South's Capalaba kicking off at 6:30. Gunston is flagged for offside. And Gold Coast United has succumbed to the weather. Sunshine Coast Wanderers have a weekend off. Unable to get a foot to that one. We apologise for the picture issues. O'Grady trying to get by the Lions players, but to no avail. Up with Kruger. Now here is Kirkett. We do apologise for the picture issues. We'll do our best to bring you what we can. Booth, I'm seeing what you're seeing. Goes out for a goal kick. Gibson now. Bailey trying to chase it down. She has to get that challenge right. Bailey's down, which is not what you want to see for a player who just returned to the team after an injury. She did have an A-League women's season ended with an injury. That came against Adelaide United up at Moreton Daly Stadium. Well, the physio does come out just to check on the shot stopper. Probably mention as well at Lions Stadium today. This is Starlight Round, the You mentioned the double header, gold coin entry fee to the stadium if you're thinking of heading out to Richlands for the men's match against Capalaba. Raising money for the Starlight Foundation as well. You can check out the information on the Lions social media accounts. As we now return you to live pictures from Lions Stadium. It's 3-1 to the home side. And started off with a blitzkrieg in the opening 10 minutes. Tegan Riding, Beck Kirkup and Amy Gunston had them up before the minute number on the clock had hit double digits. But O'Grady has just gotten us a little bit closer for the QAS. Much more even last 15 or so minutes as both clubs sure the goal in the stroke of half time. One for the QAS would really give them the momentum heading into the intermission. In the meantime, they'll have to try and repel Amy Gunston. Or possibly Zara Kruger if she can pick out Thompson and played that ball through. It's just got the right weight on it, but Thompson's run didn't have the right weight on it. It was a little bit too forward. It went up for offside on the far side. So it will be Gibson restarting play and straight back for Bailey. Singh. Kirkup now, beautiful through ball, good break for Norrie. She feeds Riding, Tegan Riding. Shot is blocked and then back off the second attempt, and it could break now. Here's Gunston, blocked well by Gibson. QAS just desperate to get it out of their own end. Exchange of passes is read by Blissett. Now Lions with the chance to reset with the clock there. Just 6 or so minutes remaining, plus whatever stoppage time we have added on. So close there to pinching the ball was DeVerne. Riding is break now for Kirkup, possibly. Kruger. Beautiful little first touch there for Riding, and it was dispossessed by a teammate, and it could fall now. Gunston, if she can just get it for Riding. Bailey's off her line. Square ball is eventually just belted clear, but only as far as Thompson, whose touch was a bit heavy, and sends it over the sideline. Chance for QAS catch their breath. Bailey's just instructed to remove something from an 18-yard box. It looks like it was a shin pad, which any footballer will tell you probably need those. Karen Barsis Riding, looking to get it on her right foot, and she does just that, but enough power on it to cause too many headaches for Bailey. Seeing out it goes now. Nielsen. Wood. A solid collision there between Brown and Norrie. Wood to display that range of passing. Grady just challenging Thompson there. Thompson playing at the ball. DeVerne, who had that shot off the bar before. To flip it into the box and see if 11 can get on the end of it, but can't do that. 11 scored 7 goals for QAS last year, equal with the Golden Boot, or the club. Connors won the overall Golden Boot, as keen viewers would remember. Too much on that pass for Thompson. As 10 minutes goes, it hasn't been, wouldn't have gone the way that Adam Pengelly would have drawn that one up. It's about to play well and maintain possession with the ball, but 3-0 definitely wouldn't have been the script he would have written up, but that's the way it's unfolded. Now his side has to try and find a way to get at least 2 more goals. Ruthless this Lions side is. I'm feeling they'll finish on a higher number than 3. Barsis. Norrie. Kruger. Over for Blissett. Bit of time to wind up and drill that one forward. Here's Gunston. She's got a step if she can just get around Bailey, and excellent stop by the QAS keeper, but off her line, Kruger possibly thinking about the chip. Riding with the turn, but a bit of a team effort. And just check on Riding. Keep an eye on that, as it looks like a bit of a lower body issue for her to deal with. As far as my medical diagnosis is willing to go, upper and lower body. Still down Tegan Riding. doing up the boot. QAS just searching for a way forward. Looks like Riding is moving about. Would she play that pass through, but Blissett reading that well and just using that experience and just shepherding it over the sideline as we close in on first half stoppage time. Gunston forward is Riding now. She'll get a chance to test out that leg. Pretty good playing that cross in, even if the cross didn't hit the intended target. And that will be the end of the first half that started off on fire with Riding, Kirkup and Gunston opening Lions account in the opening 9 minutes before O'Grady got one back for the QAS. We'll take a little break here on FQTV and be back with the second half after these messages.
That concludes the first half, ladies and gentlemen. Half-time score: Lions 3, QAS 1. Goals for Lions: 1 for Rebecca Kirkup, 1 for Tegan Riding and 1 for Amy Gunston. Goal for QAS was number 7, Ella O'Grady.
Today we're at Goodwin Park, home of Olympic FC, with the equaliser campaign yet again. We were very lucky tonight. We actually had Stephen Huang, the candidate for the LNP, and Graham Perrott, who's the ALP member for this electorate. Fantastic home crowd that we had, and they actually got to talk to the crowd and tell them their plans about how they will be committing to female football going forward. We're investing in Olympic FC, not only for the future but potentially as a training base for the Women's World Cup next year. Why the equaliser campaign? Well, the equaliser campaign is part of Legacy 23. Football Australia put the Legacy 23 plan together to try and leverage the FIFA Women's World Cup, which is coming next year to Australia and New Zealand. Community facilities are an integral part of improving the capacity and capability of clubs all across the country, and the equaliser plays its part. We identified that only 35% of female facilities across the nation are actually female friendly, and we're aiming for 100%. So the equaliser campaign is calling upon all sides of politics to support women's football through female-friendly facilities that give enclosed showers, toilets and change and make a safe, inviting environment. If I had one message to Stephen and Graham moving on from this event today, it's that you've seen how important this club is to the community. Now all you've got to do is invest in that community and deliver female players within this club to make sure that they have equal opportunities, the same as the men.
Felton Industries is proud to be the official shelter and grandstands partner of Football Queensland. Felton offers a range of premium aluminium grandstands, from elite portable spectator seating to soccer team shelters for players and coaches. Give your fans the best view of the game with Felton's comfortable spectator seating. With sun-safe shelters or powder coated in your team colours. Whatever your club needs, Felton has a high-quality, low heating. We are here in a grandstand shelters. Contact Felton today on 1800 834 016 or visit felton.net.au.
Vito Sports pride themselves on delivering top-quality FIFA regulation compliant goals. Each goal is made from durable, high-density, thick aluminium and then finished in a white powder coat. To provide quick delivery, Vito Sports stock all goals in this range within their Brisbane distribution warehouse, allowing customers to quote, order and deliver in a matter of days. If you'd like to inquire about the Vito Sports goal range, email us at admin@vitosports.com.
They say you can't choose your family, but you can choose your football family. A family has legends you look up to. And the up-and-comers. A family pitches in and works together as a team. We have the ones who keep us in check, and we motivate each other to be the best. Be the best! But it's my brothers and my sisters who always have my back. That's why even my real family love my football family. So what are you waiting for? Join our team. Come on!
to the second half of our NPLW game, ladies and gentlemen. Half-time score, Lions 3, QAS 1.
Welcome back, everybody, to Lions Stadium here at Richlands for this round 6 NPL Women's Clash. It is Lions 3-1 up over the QAS. Sides have swapped around and Tegan Riding getting us underway. Looking to overturn this deficit. We need some chance through Aaliyah DeVerne early on. Crossbar before O'Grady got one back just before the 20-minute mark. Lions goals come from Riding, Kirkup and Gunston, all in the opening 10 minutes. This is James Coughlin with you on FQTV for this Saturday evening. Starlight round at Lions Stadium. Back for Mackenzie Nielsen. Murray now back for Clough, looking up as they did for the Brisbane Roar. Distance pass, just unable to be corralled by Kirkup. Gunston continuing to battle for the ball, and that just good enough to get it back for Blissett. Gunston definitely the standout thus far. So shift in both attack and defence, and here comes Tegan Thompson colliding with her fellow number 6 in Gibson. Leaders of Adam Pengeli's squad, and the reason why she's been invited to the last 3 junior Matildas camps. Senior football is Fisher back Wood. There's Ellen Gett, who is a half-time substitute for QAS. Winning a free kick. That challenge has a bit of a mark there. The sight you want to see. Gunston making her way back to her feet. We've got a live action update. Stanford Rangers with their second goal. Gunston to get the all clear. Gibson, 11. Nielsen. The addition of Get, that is opened up Fisher to take on a more attacking role, but get back in defensive numbers now as Kruger goes for a run. Zara Kruger, she might take the shot on herself, but she's back now. Thompson. A shot past Get, and Bailey off her line quickly. See, being rushed by Riding, and here is Riding. Into the run of Kirkup. Out against Teakle. Making the forward run if find her. Instead, out wide it goes. Wood continuing the run inside it for 11. Sizing up her options before picking out Riding. Kirkup run on the outside. Kirkup pushing into the box, and Kirkup with a byline just shrugging off Ellie Nielsen, but before the ball goes over the byline, I think I hear a couple of protests from the Lions bench. Splitting the difference between 11 and Fisher. So 11 has taken up a central role. Would suggest that Easy Brown was the one withdrawn for Ellen Gett, but it was Gunston sliding it out now for Kirkup, who is offside. Now forward, here's Fisher. Finds his way back eventually for Riding, just through Kruger. Left foot off the shoulder by the looks of it, but some calls for handball. Getting it out for Teakle. For QAS this afternoon. Grady is now down after that as Blissett for Kirkup. Now going to stop now after injury. Grady scoring a second goal of the season, but Nari just checking on her opponent. That intervention, we will restart play. Looks like that is going to be the end of the shift as well for Wood. substitution.
Substitution for QAS. Number 15, Morgan Stanton, replaces number 2, Sophie Wood.
This is there from Sue, the ground announcer. Morgan Stanton making her way onto the pitch. Substitute has to get back quickly, but not without there. Kruger with the shot, but just scooped that one over the bar. Stanton dispossessed there. Kruger, the youngster, now feeding Gunston, but can't get that one out from under her feet. Actually going the way of the QAS, but with points decision going the way of the visitors as Norrie pinches the pocket there and into the 18-yard box. He's played behind Gibson off Norrie for the goal kick. Changes now made by the QAS. Maybe action afoot on the Lions bench as well. Control, so it rolls under her feet. 11 with the support run by Nielsen, and she's played out there, shot from range over the top of Chappell, and QAS have got this back to 3-2. What a strike from the left winger. As it is, Jonty Fisher. I don't think she'll hit them much better than that. How about that? That might be a goal of the week contender on the FQ socials. And all of a sudden, the QAS have battled their way back into this game just before the hour mark. Changing tactics, pushing Fisher further forward from a right fullback role has paid dividends. A strike that just goes right over the top of Chappell. And all of a sudden, the QAS, they look like they've got a new lease of life. So might have been slumbering a little bit, thinking a little bit ahead, but we're going to have to make sure the Lion doesn't sleep tonight. Who might spark that wake up is Amy Gunston. QAS now is back to 3-2. Fisher. The goal. Was a month ago, but did score in the last game against Olympic in that 2-1 defeat. There's a strike from Lewis Suero there as well. Throw in, 11. forward options available with the obstacle of Gunston and Kruger in her way. Just to instead send it back inside now for Gibson. Responsibility, and then a rush pass under pressure from Kruger. As Gibson played out. Lions now with an attacking throw-in. Gunston with a handful of gets shirt, and it's going to be a free kick. Perhaps a bit of frustration building in this Lions camp. They haven't been able to find another breakthrough. Played off Nielsen for the Lions throw-in. I'm sure the assistant referee on this near side was aware of that. Kirkup. That's right by Nielsen, and she's now driving towards the box, squaring it, riding with the first-time strike. And the welcoming arms of Bailey. Magpies Crusaders 1-0 up over Brisbane Strikers in the FQPL men's competition as well. Catch every match of senior competitions, exclusive and on demand on FQTV. So once this one is done, we've got plenty of options at our disposal. We'll watch the A-League men's grand final. That's not too far away as well. Either way, plenty of football to catch up on tonight. Stanton. Passed by Karen Barsis, but QAS able to get the ball back quickly. Play through midfield, but Kruger reception. Back off Kruger, illegally so. Barsis to take it back a few metres. Is it off? That's true. Plenty of pressure there is Levin. Roxcloff's pass, and 11. Excellent defensive work from the front. Fisher keeping a close eye on her, cutting back on her right foot after strike to make it 3-2 as Roxcloff appeal for the ball and go the way of QAS. Here comes Hallie Nielsen making a forward run. Throw instead goes for 11 and get by Teagle with the square, but there was Aaron Barsis. Pressure being applied by Singh. And now it's QAS's turn to pin Lions down at this part of the ground. First 10 or so minutes of the match down here, and it was QAS doing the defending. Gunston, was she onside? She was not. Just that pass a little bit too long. Out Kirkup, who cut back inside. She was able to release the ball for Karen Barsis. Tegan Thompson, some of you may have heard once or twice before, is the sister of Andy Thompson from the men's team. She's got a pretty solid NPL career of her own. Some calibre now to Lions, figuring last year's treble winning side. Teagle able to keep that one in. Quite find the intended target with that cross. So just seek the relief of the sideline. riding the ball, using her experience, and she uses that experience to win the foul off a overly aggressive Aaliyah Deverne. And that is going to be a substitution now. Ishinari will be withdrawn after a pretty solid shift. Bring out the Dolan Warren Medal Awards on Thursday night down in Sydney.
Number 11, Tara, placed number 16, Ishinari.
And a clever little free kick taken there, and Kirkup couldn't get a clean strike on the ball, and that is eventually cleared away by the QAS. Just looking to provide a little bit of a spark in that midfield. In the meantime, it is QAS possibly looking to spark their way back onto level terms as Clough does enough to get the ball off O'Grady, and a very strong challenge there, and that is going to be a card shown for O'Grady. The first booking of the season. Solid challenge on Clough that she looks too impressed about being on the receiving end of. Back to business for the time being. That is a goal and a yellow card. O'Grady now just needs an assist for the other kind of hat-trick in football. Gunston for an assist of her own, getting it to Riding. O'Keefe. Kirkup's shot is deflected off the back of Mackenzie Nielsen. Keeping the attack alive, forward for O'Keefe. Kirkup. Caught out by the bounce and tackled by the football there as Fisher is upended after stepping on it. She was kept on side by Gibson. Trying to find the space to turn around with Mackenzie Nielsen, and instead Riding just once again smart to get herself in position to win the free kick. Blissett to deliver. Blissett starting towards the top of the 6-yard box. It's just over the head there of Lions players who are actually just feeling the effects of that jump. Kirkup, PT by trade. Opened up her own gym. And that optimistic strike there by Riding over the crossbar, and behind it goes for a goal kick. Loose pass pounced on by Gunston. On the right foot, surrounded by 4 QAS players, and that could open up plenty of space there, and a diving save by Bailey, and she's there to pick up on the rebound with Kirkup lurking in the vicinity. QAS now need one more successful forward foray. Blissett get a mop up, but she's had a pocket picked and ball sprayed out wide looking for Fisher. One-on-one with Chappell. Fisher, are we going to be level? No, and it's just wide. That was so close. Jonty Fisher and the QAS keeping their attack alive. Will cut back and it eventually doesn't reach its intended target of O'Grady, as Karen Barsis was there to make the necessary intervention. But how close was that attempt by Fisher? And QAS looking to pick up the pace, but they'll just wait a second here as we do get substitution. To go as we just confirm that substitution.
Substitution for QAS number 8, Margaret Barrett, replaces number 7, Ella O'Grady.
There we go, it's a swap of 7 for 8. Margaret Barrett on for her first appearance of the season. O'Grady withdrawn after being on a yellow card. Meanwhile on Amy Gunston as she's taken a pattering while getting through a mountain of work tonight. On deck defensively now for QAS. As they're going to pull this free kick from Chelsea Blissett for the delivery, which will have it going away from Bailey. Could have been going away from Bailey, but I get the bend on that one. And it goes for a goal kick. 20 minutes for the QAS to try and find an equaliser. Lions pressure so far, and attacking style that Adam Pengelly has brought to this side. Pay dividends with the third goal. Didn't concede that many goals last season. Fairly certain. The only times they conceded 3 goals was a few times they dropped points last year. It was a away to Mitchelton where they found themselves 3-0 up. Beautifully weighted ball gets Gunston around Bailey, and she's got to scramble back between her posts. Gunston just patiently holding on to the ball, and Gunston free kick right on the edge of the box as strikers have drawn level. There's Barrett, the substitute, the guilty party. Strike towards the far top corner. Just giving Bailey something to worry about. Been close enough to cause a few heart palpitations. Off with a heavy touch. Now she's got to chase that one down under pressure from Levin, but calmly getting it back to Chappell. Pressure on Jonty Fisher. Be the difference between the two sides, or is the difference between the two sides as it stands. Just the young striker off enough. Get that shot on target. So minutes ago. It's QAS. Very much in this game against the reigning treble winners, South East Queensland. And that one goes off Gibson. For Lions to give themselves a little bit of breathing space. the delivery is a lot of bodies around Bailey. Pressure on the young keeper, but Bailey is just enough to get a fist to it there, and off the crossbar. Lions with a couple of chances, and they cannot convert it. Will they be made to rue those missed opportunities? It was Gunston with the second attempt that was fired into the crossbar, and both sides have rattled the woodwork. Forward as Tinkle is pulling it off Nielsen, and it looks like that is going to be a corner now for the Lions side. So they might just be wanting to put this game to bed and save themselves a stressful final quarter of an hour. Tried to argue a case with the assistant referee, but the judge and jury, Connor Evans, wasn't swayed. Bailey encouraging her backline to push forward as Blissett. Long and hard across the ground. And QAS back in possession. Can they break with speed? Fisher. Sees it over the sideline. Just getting the ball back for Hallie Nielsen. Stanton and an air swing from Thompson, but Barrett to get the ball back. Kruger now pushing the ball. Needs to send it now for Riding. A bit of space there. Instead, she'll try and square it for Kruger, and Nielsen definitely got the ball there, but also got plenty of Zara Kruger. You hear some of the assistant referees in the stands in orange, possibly calling for a penalty, but I see a whole lot wrong with that challenge. Gunston and Kruger's back on her feet. Stanton. Barrett, an optimistic ball forward, but Levin a few metres behind where she needed to be. Get on the end of that. Okay, yeah, certainly pressing Lions into their own half. Ball clipped forward now is Riding. That's the ball taken off her shoelaces there by Bailey. Completely honest, when Lions went up 3-0 in the opening 9 or so minutes, I did not expect the score to be 3-2 now with over 11 minutes remaining, but setting up for a grandstand finish in the first part of a Richmond's doubleheader on FQTV. The finish we could be in for. Lions in a perfect start on the line. 4 wins from 4 games, 15 goals for, just 2 conceded. Free scoring ways have continued, but QAS have done something no side has been able to do thus far in 2022, and that's score more than 1 goal against Lions. Annalee scored first against them in the Kappa Women's Super Cup. Lions put 12 on them, but benchmark side, Queensland Lions, and being put to the test by a QAS team. Hallie Nielsen. Ball off Kirkup, but two Nielsens teaming up. Hallie and McKenzie. But they're not sisters. Blissett trying to get her on her left foot for the shot, cutting back. Wrap her foot around that one and sprayed wide. We will have another substitution coming up. Will be the end of the night for Tamar Levin. It's a makeshift striker and using the powers of deduction. The only other outfield player not deployed thus far is number 12, Holly Bonnerts-Ben. Move forward, Teagle to make the intervention. O'Keefe. It's Ben trying to ball back. Make herself busy in the closing stages of this match. She's got 10 minutes to make an impact. Sure, take up station on the left wing by the looks of it. Fisher operating a bit more centrally now. Wondering about the sort of right foot that Jonty Fisher has. Go back to the 57th minute and you can see for yourself. Gunston against Get winning that one-on-one matchup. Slid forward and shoulder charge there to the chagrin of Karen Barsis. A fairly inauspicious start to the game. Setting themselves amazingly well to keep this Lions attack at bay. Lose Shay Connors to NPL New South Wales for now 51 goals, but Riding, Gunston, there's not that much of a drop off, if any. Almost a nervous moment at the back there for the QAS. Minutes plus stoppages remaining. Throw in Kirkup. Make a move into the box. Kirkup and squaring it, and Bailey. That one up with Gunston for the predatory finish. QAS not rushing just yet. Plenty of time to find an equaliser at least. Pengelly talked about maintaining possession and comfortable with the ball at your feet. Meanwhile, this is the area of the pitch they will want the ball to be in. Takes precious seconds off the clock. Kirkup. Toe poke away from Nielsen and Riding. She's escaping the attentions off the floor back, trying to square it for Gunston and actually cleared away by Lyons. Bonnerts-Ben. Teagle. And Barsis. Actually one back. Fisher. bit too much Tabasco on that pass. Which is fast, but she's quick to chase that one down. Kirkup put on the afterburners, and you see off the attention there of Nielsen and the 50-50 collision there between the two. Shoulder from Kirkup, and from what I could see, Nielsen with the shirt as well. And Nielsen starting to cramp up after a very, very long night. Level of defending enough to tear out even the fittest of fullbacks. These Lions look to put the icing on the cake at this corner. To the top of the box and headed away, and that one like it left a mark on Karen Barsis. So I saw she was down in the box. So she's okay to continue. Hope she is. Pretty solid collision. Cloth issuing instructions to her backline. Captain's last season, Cannon Cloth. Very successful season. They're just calmly getting it back for Chappell with Bonnets Ben bearing down on her and through the back. Blissett, and there were a few words exchanged. Might have felt like she could have used a bit of a call. Not a clean hit by Chelsea Blissett, and panicked pass trying to get it to Fisher, and O'Keefe with the interception. Just under 3 minutes of normal time remaining. Tackle out now for Kirkup. She's on this matchup with Nielsen. Nielsen's rating will be all that low from this game. Thompson for the delivery into the box. It's over the top and a down, actually now riding, and then the shot from range by Kruger. The ball in possession of the home side. It's Blissett. Acres of space. Time to measure up her options. Karen Barsis. Teagle. Barsis Teagle. Forward and chested down by Riding. A little bit too tight of an angle for the shot, but applying enough pressure on Gibson to win the corner, and 30 seconds plus that Lions can take off. Blissett is a leisurely stroll over to the right of our filming position. 3 seconds she's entitled to. She'll use it. I'm sure Mr. Evans will be keeping a close eye on the watch. Corner, and it's deflected there, still pinballing around in the box, and eventually it finds its way into the hands of Bailey, who doesn't waste any time launching it forward. Kruger is there, but she can't bring it under control, and now here come the QAS. It's Fisher. She's got Bonnets Ben for support. She'll play the pass for the substitute, and Cannon Cloth. Maybe she heard the call from Bonnets Ben, and it was a beautiful interception there by the American Cannon Cloth. pressure, as does that header from O'Keefe. Continue to out well with Shiana Singh, and now that cross. It's Chappell almost spilled it into the path of Fisher, but able to regain that. Now we are into stoppage time. Should have a couple of minutes to play out. Lions just holding on against a fast finishing QAS. Find the insurance goal now. Gunston. Pick out Kirkup at the top of the box. Kirkup under footing. It's considered, given the amount of rain we've had here, the Lions is looking like it's holding up pretty well. Remarkably well, all things considered. Credit to the ground staff. Blissett checks back inside, gets it to Clough. She's able to get by Bonnet's Ben. Ball forward for Riding. The offside flag has stayed down, and Riding tries to fire it in the face of goal. Bailey gets that one out of the air. Barrett. You can really see that one over the sideline. Ramasky will go to his bench just to a few more seconds off the clock. It doesn't appear that way. The Lions just holding on. Forward by Singh, but Blissett is the closest player to it. Screwed over for Clough with Fisher. Very close attention. Eventually that one is launched forward. This could be the final chance for the QAS. A slip. It's Fisher. It's deflected and it's off the post. Oh my goodness. Was at the moment for the QAS. They do have a corner as Jonty Fisher, who going close to what would have been the biggest NPL goal she would have scored. Now everyone forward for the QAS. All hands on deck defensively for Lions, and that is not the corner delivery that I think they would have been hoping for. And behind it goes for a goal kick. And perhaps a bit of a rush of blood from the young side in the closing stages of would be a huge point for them. And the calls are coming up for the sub, but that will not be heeded as Lions survive a massive scare from the Queensland Academy of Sport. It was a great start for the home side. Tegan Riding in the first minute, Kirkup in the fourth, and Amy Gunston in the ninth. And from there, QAS, they were certainly got back into the game. Ella O'Grady in the 19th minute, and then 57 for Jonty Fisher. And Jonty Fisher went close a couple more times later in the second half, rattling one off the bar, and then that deflected strike in the closing stages of the second half. And despite coming away empty-handed points-wise from this game, the QAS will have won plenty of admirers for this gallant effort, but it is Lions with all 3 points. Thank you for tuning in. This is James Coughlin for FQTV. This has been a production of Double Take Sports. We'll see you later.